The storm was a relentless beast, clawing at the old house with wind and rain. Inside, the silence was just as oppressive, broken only by the rhythmic drumming on the window panes and the occasional groan of aging timber. Anna sat huddled in an armchair, a book lying forgotten in her lap. She couldn't focus. Every creak of the floorboards, every distant rumble of thunder, sent a fresh wave of unease through her. She felt watched, a primal fear that tightened its grip with each passing second. The shadows in the corners of the room seemed to stretch and writhe, playing tricks on her already frayed nerves. Driven by a thirst she couldn't ignore, Anna made her way to the kitchen. The familiar space offered no comfort. A glint of steel caught her eye. A large kitchen knife lay on the counter, far from the wooden block where it belonged. She told herself she must have left it there, a simple oversight. Yet, as she turned, a flicker of movement in an empty doorway made her heart skip a beat. Was it just a trick of the light? A faint, sibilant whisper, like a breath on the back of her neck, made her spin around. Nothing died, just the howling wind. Back in the living room, the feeling of being an intruder in her own home intensified. She caught her reflection in the dark, rain-slicked window. For a terrifying instant, her mirrored image held a malevolent, knowing smile before it distorted into a grotesque mask and vanished. A new sound joined the storm symphony, soft, rhythmic footsteps from the floor above. With a trembling hand on the banister, she began to climb, each step a descent into a reality that was rapidly unraveling. The upstairs hallway was a corridor of shadows, colder than the rest of the house. The footsteps had stopped, leaving an unnerving silence. They had come from the master bedroom. Hesitantly, she reached for the doorknob. Its brass cooled against her skin. A draft seeped from beneath the door, carrying a scent of damp earth and decay. She threw the door open to reveal an empty room, but in her peripheral vision, a tall, slender shadow darted across the far wall. A choked scream escaped her lips as she slammed the door shut and fled, her footsteps a frantic echo of the ones she'd heard before. She collapsed onto the living room floor, her body racked with tremors. Sobbing, she stared up at the ceiling, at the very spot where the bedroom was. The creaking started again, slow and deliberate, directly above her. Her breath hitched, terror giving way to something else, something far more sinister. A slow, chilling smile spread across her face. As the camera moved in, her eyes reflected a monstrous, unseen presence, and she knew she was not alone. She had never been alone.